kicking it with J Mac. I obviously am J Mac.
Show live.
I just have a lot of shit to say, a lot of topics to cover, so Icy, go ahead and hit my transition.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's get into childhood trauma and the importance of developing, like, getting to know what your childhood trauma is. Me personally, I'm going to get into, like, why I started discovering what childhood trauma was. Mm-hmm. I noticed something that was real triggering for me was when guys would tell me, oh, they'll make promises to me, oh, we can go on a date or we can do this, and they don't fall through. And I swear to God, my abandonment issues just pop up just like this. And
that's a trauma?
That's really a trauma.
No, it's not
it's not that it's a trauma. It's a trauma because as a child, I felt a lot of abandonment. So when people make promises to me and they don't keep them, it brings that feeling back, and I start having these thoughts like, damn, maybe you don't like me, or maybe this, or maybe that, and maybe this, and then it just makes me pull away from people. So it's like, it's childhood trauma can go into a lot of details, first of all, because it can come from being physically, mentally, or emotionally traumatized as a kid. It's not just a certain thing, but I noticed something that activates my childhood trauma is when people make promises and don't fall through on them, because it makes me feel like they're abandoning me. They're not really there for me like I think they are. So
but okay, if that's a problem for you with them, so abandonment overall is
one of my biggest traits is definitely abandonment, because as a kid, my parents really weren't around like that. Mm-hmm. They're older and they weren't together. So, I never seen affection growing up as a kid. I never had affection. Even to this day, my parents aren't affectionate. Like, I can't go cry to them. If I start crying in front of them, they're going to look at me like I'm crazy. Like, why the fuck is this girl crying? I'm being serious. But they're not bad parents. I'm not saying they bad. They just raised me the best way they could. I appreciate them for that, but they could have did better. Anyways, but you know what? Basically, I want to get into what childhood trauma is. And I got my handy dandy notebook. Go ahead and read it. And it's the experience of an event by a child that is emotionally painful or distressful, which often results in lasting mental and physical effects. Children can also experience traumatic events. Like, I wouldn't say this is childhood trauma, but something that just seeing anything that's traumatizing is traumatic for you. Like, I've seen somebody get hit by a car on Martin Luther King Day, and it's PTSD now. Like, even when I drive, I don't drive as fast as I used to. I don't be in a rush to get to places, because I know it's other people trying to get to places too, and you just need to be very cautious about your surroundings, first of all. But back into childhood trauma, what does childhood trauma look like? It causes a person to experience feelings of shame and guilt, feeling disconnected and unable to relate to others, trouble controlling emotions, heightened anxiety, depression, or anger. And that's why I'm saying when men make promises to me and they don't follow through it on them, it makes me angry with them. Like, it makes me not like them no more, because I feel like they don't keep their word. Because I know me personally, I keep my word. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Like, I might not do it on time, but I'm going to do it when I get to it, okay? That's just me. I'm sorry. But and then another question is, how do you know if you have repressed childhood trauma? Basically, it's feelings of doom, low self-esteem, mood symptoms. Like, examples are anger, anxiety, depression, confusion, or problems with concentration and memory. And I suffered from a lot of that. Like, this last year, I've been
wait. What was the last one?
The last one, memory.
No. I'm saying the whole what that problem is. Like, it's
how do you know if you have repressed childhood trauma?
Okay, I might have a little bit.
Everybody has childhood trauma. You cannot tell me you don't. Even rich kids have trauma.
Yeah.
Even rich kids, because they probably have abandonment issues from their parents not being there, because their parents are working all the time. They got money. They got luxury. But if you don't have that emotional connection with your parent, it's a lot of hate and resentment that comes behind that.
Well, also, you got to think about this is like with kids, you don't know what they are repressing. Like, exactly. Because, like, there have been parents that have been absent throughout the whole thing, and the kid just, maybe he didn't care.
Right.
But then there was somebody like I would put myself in that box also. I was one of those. I stayed at the house, watched all four the other three kids, including myself, and then everybody else was working or going out of town. I was basically I had to grow up early.
Yeah, you had to step in and take. And some people hold resentment for that because they feel like I'm gonna use my sister as an example. I'm sorry, sis, but she felt like that about us because we are 14 years apart. It's me and my brother, so my mom would leave her with me and my brother, so she couldn't go to school and play sports and do the things that she used to do, and that caused her to go down her own life path, start smoking, wanting to date older guys. That it's really traumatized. Everybody is different. Everybody's not gonna react the same too. But she told me that, so that's how I noticed, because that's how I know childhood trauma is real, because if you look at my sister's childhood trauma to mine, you know, she got to see our parents be happy. She got to see them be in love. I didn't. I only seen them ignore each other, not speak to each other. So, you know, at least she got that. And I always tell her that she'll start complaining, oh, then dad did this. And I was like, at least you got that, because I never did. I still don't even really know how to love people how I should. I'm still growing into it, and I'm 25 years old.
Right.
You know, so I feel like appreciate what they did do, and don't make them feel bad, because nobody is a perfect parent. I'm not even a perfect parent. It's still moments where I apologize to my kids because I feel like I just did too much. Even though I probably didn't, I just know I care about my kids' feelings, and I don't want them to grow up like I did. I don't want them to feel like they can't go to their parents and have, be emotionally there, like nurture. I want them to know I can nurture them, and I care about how they feel.
And ask those tough questions too.
Exactly.
I know I had a problem with asking them rough questions.
That too, I never had that sex talk with my parents.
Yeah,
neither one of them.
Yeah.
Until I was on my second child. My dad was like, okay, you need to love yourself and the kids. That was all he said. He didn't say like nothing else. But and another thing I noticed, like my kids, they were too trusting. Like a week ago, I asked my son, I was like, what would you do if a man told you to get in his van? This man looked me dead in my face, smiling, and said, get in. I almost had a heart attack, y'all. I was like, no, don't get in the van. Don't do it. Don't do it. I told him, no, you better scream and run the fuck away, son. Right. Don't you get in that fucking van, because I might not see you no more. And ever since then, he asks those questions now, like, what would you do if this and that? So I know I'm kind of preparing them, but I don't want to make them experience not knowing what to do in certain situations. Even if I told them, if a fire started, what you supposed to do? Get my little sister and run out the house. Mm-hmm. Boom. Long as you know the essential things you need to do, I feel like I'm doing a good job at parenting right now. But it's still moments where I feel like I'm not doing enough, or that I could do better. And I'm working on that, and I'm going to get through that. But when you're a child, raising a child that don't know yourself, it's hard. When you're trying to learn yourself, then I got to learn these two little people. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna get better. It's getting better. I can definitely say that. I won't ever look at my progress like I haven't made progress in these 5 years, because I have. But next topic, the 10 adverse childhood experience include abuse, neglect. Those are the top two. What should I say? Topics, subtopics. Physical and emotional and sexual abuse are some of the childhood traumas people experience, and then neglect is physical and emotional. So I was neglected emotionally, and physically, but financially, I've always, my parents were there financially, but when it came to emotions and nurturing and actually being there, like I remember as a kid, I will not lie to you guys. When I used to have award ceremonies, and I used to get AB honor roll and citizenship awards, and I used to look in the back of the crowd just to see if my parents were there, and they were never there. And I used to feel the worst, because I seen everybody else parents, and I was like, why my mom and dad not here? Like, why they didn't support me? I worked really hard, and it traumatized me. I'm not gonna lie, because then I had low self-esteem because I felt like I wasn't good enough, and it probably wasn't that. They probably were busy. They probably had this and that. So I had to let those feelings go. I just know when I used to look in the back of those award ceremonies, it was the worst feeling. I probably got rolled up in class at the end of that day because I felt so bad because I didn't see them. So
But you did say you didn't have a financial issue, so they was there for the financial.
Like
they was
clothes,
sacrificing for something.
Don't get it twisted. Now my mama cheap as hell, y'all. My mama cheap, boy. We used to go to the store. The only rack I look at is clearance. I don't go nowhere else. I don't pay for nothing full price. I already knew my mama wasn't rocking like that, but you know she had a good job. She was a CNA, so she had money. But boy, the only thing you getting is some off this clearance rack. So don't even go looking at this shit that's on full price. Like, don't even do it. Right. But you know, I had the money, but I didn't have the support. Like I said, like I wanted to play sports in middle school. My mama wouldn't even pay $20 so I could get a physical. Do you know how that made me feel? Like I just wanted to play soccer, Mom. Why did you do me like that? So it's like, I think it just varies. Like money doesn't make up for that emotional and that physical and that mental trauma, because I know people right now that feel like because they're there for their kids, like financially, that they're being parents, and they're not. Because the most important part of being a parent is being nurturing and giving your child the security they need to be a basic human in life. If they don't feel like they secure and they don't feel like their emotional needs are met mentally or physically, you can have all the money in the world. I promise you, to this day, if I could have had a parent, if I could have been poor and struggled, homeless, over having parents that had money but weren't there, I would rather go through being poor and homeless, because that would have made me a stronger person. I would kid you not. Having that financial backing didn't do anything but make me, how can I say it, basically dependent. You know, like I didn't know how to hustle. I didn't know how to survive, because I never had that. So, you know, everybody different. You know, most people probably like, ooh, I'd rather have parents with money because I was poor. That's you. But I rather would have went through something that would have made me appreciate my life and value the things I've been through than just going through life and, yeah, I got a little money, but I'm not really happy. I'm just living. That's how most people really live. So, and the last thing I want to cover is the effects of reality, the takeaway in the sense of safety. The brain to expect dangers increases stress hormones flowing through the body, triggers. Damn, I fucked this whole past part up. But basically, these are the effects of childhood trauma. That's what I meant to tell you. But triggers fight, fright, or freeze response. It creates sense of helplessness. It creates relationship problems, which I can account for because I've had a lot of relationship problems because I suffer from a lot of abandonment. And I don't know how to love people. Like, I'm one of those people, when it ain't working with my boyfriend, okay, boom, fuck him. I'm finna go get a new one. It don't even matter, because I already know a nigga finna leave. That's how I'm looking at it, you know? And now that I'm an adult, and now that I'm developing my sense of self, I'm understanding that I don't need to look at it like that. Like, it's okay to be alone.
Well, hold on. That's kind of like a little bit ass backwards a bit, because you said you facing abandonment issues, but you abandon people the situation
when people show me that they're not who they say they are, I have no problem leaving them, because I would rather, you already hurting me, so to stop you from hurting me, I would rather just leave.
But that's a moment though. That might be just that moment, but you know, not everybody's gonna be on their A game.
Exactly, and that's something I had to learn, that everybody's not perfect. Like, it's gonna be moments where we fight and we bicker, but if we really love each other, we're gonna always make a way, and we're gonna always understand that I don't have to go look for other men, and you shouldn't have to feel the need to look for other women, because if you love me like you say you do, you're gonna work through this with me. This is not gonna be just me fighting for love forever. And that's something I'm glad that I finally discovered, because these last 2 years have been really rocky, really 5. But, you know, mostly these last 2 have been really rough for me when it came to love life. It was one of the longest relationships, but the most toxic. So.
How long?
2 years. 2 years.
Y'all live together, or? We
lived together. And then he left, and then he came back, and then we separated again. Then we came back. And then the last time, it was just like, yeah, no, fuck this shit. It was, yeah, no, fuck this shit at that point. But, you know, it was trying, because I tried my hardest with this, because I felt like, how can I say it? I don't know. I don't know why I tried so hard with this one. It wasn't even worth it. It wasn't. But, you know, that's a part of it. So, anyways, to the next subject. me in, Icy. This next subject is going to be a little wild, a little controversy, but I really want to know everybody's opinion. So go ahead and drop your opinion at the bottom of this video. You know, let me know how you feel and what your stances are. But I seen a post on Twitter about Elon Musk launching a Neuralink, a company called Neuralink. Mm-hmm. And the point of this company is to put brain chips on people.
Now, not all the way complete. You're right, but not all the way completely true. It's basically to help fix disabled. So if you got a disabled part, they put that chip there to fix that disabled part.
Really? I didn't read that part because what I read, I'm going to read you exactly what it said. It's a brain chip that will be able to save and replay memories and download them into a new body or a robot.
I mean, that's the advancement of it. I mean, that's where you can head into, but it started, when you do something like that small, you know we're going to abuse it or try to do something. And that's what
I feel like that's what he should have introduced it as, because when I read that shit, I started thinking like, these niggas is crazy. Why the fuck would you want a brain chip just to remember stuff and
certain
say
people
things?
Would. Certain people would.
So?
You would think you got to think about maybe not you
personally,
but a person that
doesn't have a good memory.
I'm gonna go extreme. Don't have a good memory for, like you said, Alzheimer's. It could be ugly,
right?
And they just want to get out of that body and get in another one. You never know
where they gonna get the body from. That's my question. They stealing bodies out.
Mechanics. I mean, you seen no robots that can now flex and do everything. And
oh no, it was a new body and robot.
Right.
So where they gonna get the new body from? They got to take somebody's body to put the damn.
Oh no. Why would you take another body that's toxic? Just go get a robot body.
Yeah, I was about to
eventually
say.
We're gonna probably. Where
we're
heading with this is eventually we're gonna be downloading ourselves into the computer.
Basically, well, that's what they're trying to do already anyway with the whole metaverse shit, and that's basically what they're trying to do. But baby, y'all not downloading shit of me into shit.
I will say this is like, what do you think? Like a normal human being probably can last to probably like 100. Our most record person probably 100, 110.
Right.
If you get to that level and maybe you want to live longer, that chip might be something that you might want to be interested in.
Just let me die, okay? When it's time for me to die, let me fucking die. Don't put me in shit. Don't bring me back to this bitch, because God took me for a fucking reason, and don't bring me back.
God took me for a reason.
But, you know, that's just me, though. I'm not saying everybody don't feel like that, because, you know, a lot of people really are looking for that living forever.
Right.
A lot of, especially clear people. Clear people want to live forever.
You'd be very surprised. Pretty much every race want to. To a certain degree.
Not
I know
everybody. Clear people gonna go over and beyond to get to that shit. Now they gonna make sure they gonna pay the money. They gonna do the art. But you're right. A lot of people do want to live forever. I don't. I already don't like what I done seen in these 2 decades. So I don't want to live nothing past that. So, you know, but everybody's different. But that is, if it's really for the disabled people, I really think that's a great ass idea. But downloading yourself into people, no. Robots, maybe. That's not my problem. Long as you don't start karate chopping shit and destroying shit, we cool.
I advise people to go back and go watch Get Out. Remember, that was the main portion of the story, is them trying to live forever.
And that's what I thought. Get Out was my first instinct when I read the body part, because I was like, where the hell y'all finna get a body and just put somebody's brain in it? Like, you can't do that. You gotta steal the body first.
Facts.
But, you know, it's different. It's different. But, but I wanted to get into another topic with Elon Musk. You know, I was reading up on the 3 big companies that's basically helping China beat America, basically technology-wise. And guess the three companies, Icy.
What's the 3 companies?
Facebook, Google, Tesla. Well, Elon Musk. I won't say Tesla because it's not exactly Tesla, but Elon Musk. And they're basically trying to say that they're all working with China, which Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg for sure is, because when he met the fucking president, he tried to name his kid after the president. He asked them for their blessing to name his kid after him. And he was like, no, that's too great of a responsibility. Like, no, nigga, you can't have my name. He did, Mark Zuckerberg. He deserved it. But I was reading that today, and I was just thinking, like, technology is basically the #1 weapon now when it comes to politics and all that shit. It's basically becoming the #1 wave, and that's what China wants, control over all technology. They want to be the best when it comes to technology. So I can see it being true for sure, especially with Facebook, Google. Elon must be trying to hide it, and I don't know why he do, because he lied about building that fucking factory in China, and then they showed the transcripts of, yeah, bitch, we really finna build it. Oh, that's a miss. The people ain't lying on you, Elon Musk. If you gonna do it, just do it. Stop cop blocking and stop lying, because we already know you fake as fuck, bro. But I didn't know he invented fucking reusable rockets. Mm-hmm. That's a fucking. That's
he
cool
picked up a
shit.
lot. He did. He picked up PayPal. Got Tesla. He has. What else the fuck he got? Yeah, he got
everything.
A lot of stuff.
The nigga.
He got a lot of stuff. And he building tunnels in California. He underground.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I can believe it. They have some shit going on under there. But
it's
you know,
it's
in
a
the
hyper tunnel, I believe.
I mean, the self-driving cars really ain't working out. He need to redo that because people crashing and shit. So.
Well, I mean, you're going to have that issue with bugs. Like, think about it. True. How many bugs we have in this? When a new Xbox or PlayStation drop, there's always bugs in the first edition. When you're dealing with technology, I feel like it's going to get better, but I see worse coming in there because it's like, oh, I'm gonna get a new Tesla. They get the new Tesla, and that bitch throw you into the ditch.
Drop you straight to the ditch. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for technology to take over completely just yet. I feel like we do have errors too, but I think we still need. I think we
need human error. We need human error.
We need human error, and we need some of the technology, but kind of like how we've been using technology now.
Right.
It's been helping humans, not have it take the whole thing over.
That's real.
Because you got to think about it. If nobody's in the kitchen at McDonald's and my burger messed up, who the fuck am I going to yell at? Who the hell am I talking to?
Who gonna fix it?
Robot.
Exactly.
But the robot just gonna be like,
bitch, what? Shoots.
Yeah, you're going to have to keep buying more or have somebody or have that technician come in and go fix that.
I think that's the scary part about us transitioning into this technology generation, because it's like, what if it does get to the point where everything is just AI, artificial intelligence running everything, and what if the fucking shit buzz out and start killing people for real, just like those movies where we seen it? It's scary. I think it is very scary, but you know, I'm trying to live in the fucking nature off somewhere. I don't want no technology in my house. I want a big ass garden and a big ass river, and I just want a house that's a house. And even Kanye and Elon Musk making this fucking artificial intelligent house, like, yo, y'all doing too much.
I mean,
Stop.
we technically have half of it already in house. If you got an Amazon Alexa, a Ring camera, you have half of it already. Your phone, walking around with it, your TV, you got a smart TV.
Yeah.
Boom, you already halfway.
Yeah, you're right. You definitely right.
That movie, Smart House.
Oh,
don't kill me. I don't want to be the mama that get killed.
Yeah, we did want that. We wanted that house, and then now we think like, oh no.
I'm scared. I'm real scared. But it's kind of a cool thing to watch everything develop, because I'm a 90s baby, and this is literally all I see. I done seen cassette tapes. I done seen records. You know, I done seen it, but you know, I didn't grow up with it. I grew up with that big ass, ugly ass Mac computer typing. That's literally my whole childhood. I came in here. That's why I'm good at technology. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's a part of my childhood, and it's I feel bad for the older people, the baby boomers that are trying to work in this force, and they're having to learn this technology, because how you went from the little typewriter thingies to this little small keyboard with little letters. You got to type really fast. It's hard for a lot of people to transition. Even when I came in my job, I seen this lady. She was obviously older, but it was really hard for her to navigate through these two screens. She never had two screen monitors, so dual monitors fucked her up from the jump. She was like, I can put that over there. I was like, yeah, you can do a lot of things on this.
I can't go backwards. I don't like.
I love it.
I can't go back to one.
I love it. Yeah.
I need space now.
I love it. Like, the dual monitors is the best thing they ever invented. Like, let me just slide this over here, this over there. I can do so much with those 2 screens, I really feel like it's very efficient.
Man, let me put some more power in this bad boy. We're gonna do 3 screens. Man, that bad boy out of here.
Listen, I want to get a smart, not a smart computer, but I want to get a gaming computer built because I want to have that processing just like this.
Just hit me with the money, girl. I could build you one.
Listen,
cheaper than what the store gonna do it.
Listen, I got you, Icy, because I need my junk before the year end because I'm trying to get it. Oh my God, we gonna kick it into the next transition because I got some shit to say.
She got something.
About crypto because I want to whoop their ass.
All right, we're gonna jump into the next one.
Okay, if you know me, you know I kind of advocate for the crypto. I ain't said shit about crypto since December. Listen, the market is very bloody right now, but you know that's a part of when you gambling anyway. You're gonna have the ups, you're gonna have the downs. But baby, I went from $475 to $206, and I'm just so hurt because why did they do that to me? But you know, I honestly, me personally, me and some of the people I follow on Twitter, we're all trying to wait it out until it shoots back up because my hope is that Ethereum and Bitcoin are going to stop playing and get back up to their... But you know, they both just had shot at the highest. Now they at the lowest. But I know at least February, March, I feel like they're going to shoot back up or at least get a little better. But if they don't, listen, I'm taking all my money out and I want to fight everybody I bought crypto from. So who I bought, not Shiba token, I bought Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Mana. I'm gonna whoop Mana ass because bitch, why did you do that to me? But
I'm a little lost with the whole crypto thing now. Do y'all have to watch? Is this that type of thing where it almost like stock where y'all have to watch it often? How often do y'all watch it?
It's something like stocks because you know the top. You have to watch it every day. Don't leave your money on it. That's my number one thing that because it was so crazy. I was just waiting until it get back to 400 to take the money out. I've learned with crypto, you can't do that. You cannot just leave your money in because when that shit drops, it's going to drop. And it's cost to take it out. It's not like stocks. It costs to take it out. It costs to put it in. You're going to lose so much more money with crypto than you are with stocks off of the fees for mining and all that. But if you're not into... I think if people want to get into crypto, start with stocks. Start with stocks. Don't just jump into crypto because crypto is a lot of fees, a lot of learning, and then it goes into different subtypes. Like then you got regular little mining, then you got a little NFT. And my thing is I wanted to buy NFTs, so that's what I was waiting for. I was just waiting for Ethereum to go down. That shit dropped so low, I can't buy shit with that Ethereum no more. But I would say it's the new wave because I feel like the whole point of this pandemic is to get rid of paper currency and transition it into crypto so they can monitor it because that's the whole goal. If America got their own crypto, the USD, I'm pretty sure eventually we only going to be able to use the USD. So that's my biggest thing. That's the only reason. But I've been trying to, I've been praying every night, like, God, just let it go up a little bit so I could.
I haven't fully got. I know a little bit of it, but I haven't got in just because I don't want to take that risk. I'm already taking a risk on my own personal company,
exactly.
Let alone trying to go take it on something else.
If you don't have the money, especially, don't do it because I made $400 off of fucking Shiba. I took it and I just spreaded it out, and I feel like I'm so stupid for that because how much did I invest initially in the Shiba? I think like $20. Then that shit shot up like that, and I made $400. And now I'm like, why the fuck did I gamble like that? Give me my money. I just want my money so I can leave. Why are you holding me hostage? But I think it's a good investment. Right now is the best time to buy because it's at its lowest. Everything is at the lowest. So once that shit shoot up, you gonna make some money for sure because it's everybody that has. But think about this as well. Only 96% of the world doesn't use crypto. No, they don't have any.
It's so new.
Exactly. So that 4%, we're taking the gamble. We're the ones,
Y'all
we're testing the waters.
Y'all the pioneers.
So I feel like watching this transition, especially because it started in 2011. I wish I would have knew about Bitcoin in 2011 because I would have bought it.
Oh,
For a fact, I would have bought Bitcoin in 2011 if I had those friends around me that were into technology and knew about it. I would have put me about $20 in there and I probably would have been a billionaire right now. But, you know, it's all about, one, the people you know being financially able to take the risk, because you don't have to just jump in with, oh, I got $1,000, I'm going to throw $1,000. I started with 20, and I literally turned it into 400, and now it's to 200. But, you know, you don't have to take a lot to make a lot. I'm trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, as my homeboy would say, as my boy G would say. I'm trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. So I'm trying to make more money than I spend or put into it. You know, that's my goal. That's how I feel like being a hustler is, because when you take your risks and gambles, that ain't it. I'll go to the casino with $20, and when I lose the $20, I'm leaving. But right. I'll put $120 on crypto. It's ass backwards.
And I will say this: she's talking about stocks, bonds, all this other stuff. If you're not a person that easily could manage stress, do not. Not only just money wise, but if you can't manage your stress, you're gonna be stressing yourself out on stocks and all of that crypto.
And that's a fact. Every time you look at that fucking chart and it's not, and you done lost by, it done went down $100 more dollars. Man, the lowest I had was $106. I was sick, y'all. I was like, oh my God.
And how much did you put in?
400.
And you lost.
And I lost, and it was down to 100. That was last night. And now it's at 200. And I'm like, what the fuck? Who did this? Who is controlling?
I wish I had enough money to just play and gamble like that, but.
Me too, but this was money I made off of initial $20. This is the actual money I put in, so you know I don't feel that bad. But the people I know that put thousands of dollars, they sick right now. I'm sick for you. I'm sick because that's a lot of money.
Right, and then and what's crazy about the game is like you can have the highest day of your life, go to bed, wake up, and then you broke.
Right.
That's the part that scares me of jumping in. Yeah. And I understand they be like, oh man, scared money don't make money. Understandable, but you're not just. It's not like $2 and you get back $5.
Exactly.
This is
This is money that you could potentially be saving, or you can invest into something that's really going to make you more money
or break you. Don't just say make you. It can make you a rich person later on in life, or it can break you.
Exactly, but that's when you. Assessing assets and liabilities, because most people are into liabilities. Anything that takes away money is not something I like. To this day, I've had a car since I was 16, and they've all been cash cars. I would never pay for a lease car, at least not while I'm living in apartments and stuff like that. Once I'm stable, yeah, but I'm not leasing shit. I'm not going to no lot.
One long term.
I ain't got it, because I'm going to fuck around, not make the payment, and they going to pick that bitch up while I'm sleeping. I'm going to want to go fight everybody at the motherfucking dealership, because why y'all took my car and I got to go to work? That's my thing, because I know I'm not responsible enough to pay them people their money. But when it's to the point where it's set up and it just come out, hell yeah, you go ahead. Let me get that car right there. When that credit good, I need that car right there. But till then, I'm broke, and I'm going to ride in my hoopty. I'm going to ride in my hoopty till the wheels fall off. You feel me? But
I feel it. Kick us out, girl.
And that's it for today, at least. But thank you for kicking it with J Mac. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I said that word wrong. That's bad. But I got shit to do, and I got kids, so I got to get up out of here, y'all.